Hello, my name's Kim Fee and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from the UK. Today I'd like to share with you a sneak peek from the winter catalogue that we've just been as demos been able to pre-order from. I can't show you inside, but I can show you the front cover, which you'll get quite a few sneak peeks of what's going on here. The cards that I'm making today, I've made for a blog hop, the third Thursday blog hop, which I haven't done for a few months. I'm not sure why, I just didn't have time to get around to doing it. But this month I did join in, and I needed to make some quick, simple cards because I only had sort of a day, not a day's notice, but a day before I thought I was going to be doing it. This is a technique, it's called the split stamping technique, and normally you have one piece of card and you stamp in the middle and you split it into two and make two cards. For this one I've done 3 cards, so you'll see here where it's split, and then this one was at the bottom. Let's see if I can get it out there for you. There you go, I've cut off his little head, look. So that was the bottom of that one. Although it came to about here, I just trimmed it off for the third card. And the mats are all the same size, so that's 8 centimeters by 12 centimeters, and the mat behind is only 3 millimeters bigger, so it would be 8.3 by 12.3. I'm not sure of the inches yet, so I will put that on my blog, and I'll put it down in the bottom of the description where it says read more. So I'll get started. This stamp set is quite a beautiful stamp set. Let's have a look here. So it comes in a bundle and it's called Dove of Hope, and you've got 2 doves, a little stick with what I think is possibly, oh, I can't think of the names now, little berry things anyway, a bauble and a snowflake. Then it comes with the beautiful dies that make it quite a big dove, so I haven't played with those yet, but they'll be coming for general sale to the public in August. But if you wanted to join up under my team, if you're in the UK, you could get them on the pre-order. And then I used another item from the new winter catalogue, which is the adhesive backed snowflakes. Absolutely beautiful. You get 2 different colours. They're both iridescent, but they're 2 different colours. So you get one that's kind of pinky and mauvey, and then this one is pinky and bluey greeny. So I use the green ones. Okay, let's put these back here so I don't lose them before I need them. So I stamped the images in the Memento ink, Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and then I coloured them with Stampin' Blends. Okay, so another quick look here, and I finished it off with some rhinestones, the snowflakes, and a splash of Wink of Stella. So let's get started. I'll show you a couple of tricks that I did. So if you're wanting to make quite a few cards at once for your Christmas card, your Christmas list, this is the best way that I found would get you more out of your card stock. So the mats are, as I say, 8 by 12. So the white mat's 8 by 12. So what I did was I took my cardstock, my A4 cardstock, into 12 on the vertical, and then I cut. So you'll see me using both the scoring blade and the cutting blade. With this trimmer, the cutting blade, once you've cut your paper, it seems to be sharp side up front, and I'm not keen on the sharp side up front. So I gently press the scoring blade and that rounds it off for me. I quite like that. So that's your 12, and this one here we're going to cut down to 8 because we're going to get 2 out of this one. Oh, I didn't cut that, came out the glide there. So then we'll have the strip. I won't chuck that away because I'll use that for stamping sentiments from on another card. And then I'm going to turn it round and take it into 12 centimetres. And then we've got a little bit for stamping if we want it. So there's 2 layers there. And then we'll turn it round. So we've already cut this at 12. We're going to turn it round lengthways and we're going to cut 8. We're going to try and get as many as we can out of our sheet of card. So all in all, we get 5 out of that. If I did it the normal way that I normally do it, which is turn it round and do it A5, we would only get 4 pieces, but we got an extra piece and we've got leftovers for stamping there. Okay, and then we're going to do our mat. So we do the same again with our mat, but we're just going to do 8.3. So 12.3 and 8.3 instead of 8 by 12. Again, we do that one. Move that to the side, bring the smaller one on, go to 8.3. And again, we're going to use this little strip here on one of our cards, on this one here, so we don't waste anything. We're getting the most that we can out of our cardstock. So we take this back into 12.3 now. So we have a tiny border round. It's quite nice, makes it pop. So you've got 2. And we bring this one in because we've already cut it at 12.3. And we're going to go 8.3. Once again, 8.3. Once again, 8.3. And we've got 5 mats now for our 5 layers. So we'll put them to one side. Now, I've already cut this, so this was A4 and I've cut it down to A5. I'm going to turn it round to 6 and cut it at 16 because whilst one of them we're going to be using straight, the mats that we've just made straight onto here, the other 2 are actually one whole piece. Okay. So I'm just going to put it through there and cut at 16. So we've got that bit for extra stamping. I'm just going to bring it along to 8. Excuse me. And I'm just going to mark it with my scoring blade. That tells me I'm down in the middle. And we're not going to trim off to the 12 at the moment because we're going to stamp and do a long strip. Okay. I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus pad because I don't want to get the main sheet all messy. So remember, the 16 is going to be this way here, and we're going to start stamping down here. Okay, so we're just going to stamp randomly. It's not going to be uniform either. I'm gonna slant. Elegant bird. Just be mindful where your middle bit's going to go, because you want half this side and half that side basically. Okay. Just make sure I'm inked up nicely. My middle bit. Then we're going to come in with our branch. I'm going to bring it there. Going to turn it up the other way and bring it. I tend to stand up when I'm stamping, so I'm not used to sitting down stamping. Let's bring that there. Just want some leaves there. I think that'd be about right for now. So I'm just going to come in and clean with my messy chamois, just in case I lean the card up, and then I'll be crying if I make a mess. Just where I've just nicely coloured in. Pop that over there. Okay, so when I started to colour this, I know that the doves and that are not grey, but I just wanted to give an outline of them. So I used the grey granite light and grey granite dark. Let's have a look here. Yep, light and dark. And then I've got the old olive light. And dark. And then I've got the colour lifter. Okay. So I always use the brush side for some reason. I quite like the brush side. So I started off with the light first. There's no right or wrong way with this. And I just went and not coloured it all in, just around the outline. So where it's darker there in the shade, just turn it round so that I can get quite pretty birds, aren't they? Got a really beautiful catalogue for the winter catalogue, and I know we've only just got our new annual, but there's so much choice and people can get their Christmas cards started while we're all fighting lockdown and keep ourselves busy. So I'm sending out all the mini catalogues this week. So If you're from the UK, Germany, France, and you don't have a demonstrator, give me a shout and I'll pop one in the post to you. So I've done the berries. I've just slightly, I've not coloured them all in, just a little dibby dab. Dibby dab there. Have I missed anything? Just want to see if I missed anything. And I bring the dark in. So now, because it's alcohol markers, they always dry lighter. So they're dried there and they've come to the colour that they're going to be resting at. I'm just going to give some shade. And the colour lifter will, if you've gone too heavy in one part, the colour lifter will help you blend that in. Such beautiful designs. It looks like somebody has hand drawn these. Very clever. Small dibbies with the, just a little, add a little bit of shade in. Excuse the noise of my bracelets. Okay, I'm going to bring back in the light again now, just to take away a bit of harshness if there's any. Just going to smooth that out. So it takes away the colour. Drag it inwards, not outwards, because you don't want the colour to go outwards. And it just blends your harsh lines. Quite a therapeutic colouring. And it's quick as well. So don't forget, you're making 3 cards out of this one sheet. That's it. Now, when I'm colouring in the leaves, I don't want to colour them all in. I want to leave white bits there. I think it looks better. It looks more sort of watercolourish, if you get my drift. So I'm going to come in with the dark and just go to the tip there. So little dabbing motions will be fine enough. And I'm going to come back in with the lighter colour, but we're not going to go all over it. We're just going to be blending the harsh line that we've made with the darker pen. Didn't do them little bits, did we? See, that's our colouring done. How quick was that? Right, now we're going to bring in our cutter again, and we're going to, where this is 16, we will cut down the 8, but first we're going to bring it round and we're going to cut at 12 because our mats are 12.3. So we're going to cut at 12. So we've got a slice bit there. Now you might think, oh, that's not going to look good on a card, but we'll add some little bits there if we need them. I'm going to turn this back and I'm going to cut it at 8. Okay, so there's another little bit there that I would like to just add, because when you're stamping randomly, you're never going to get the same cards twice, ever. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this in. And I'm just going to duplicate it there. There. So this one, I'm going to bring in another dove. This one, I'm going to bring in the bit there. Actually, that's it. As you go along and you make more and more, so if you probably think, right, well, I have to make 10 cards, you'll probably, by the time you've got to that, you'll know where your placements will be better for the images that you want there. But it doesn't take 2 minutes to quickly colour in the bits that you've redone. See how quick that is? I've come outside the line, but I don't really care. It's supposed to be watercolour-y, isn't it? Anyway. It's so pretty. I could sit and colour these all day. But we haven't got all day, so. Just colour lift to him, just to take the harsh lines away. Well, I think I need a new one. I pressed too hard on those. Ooh. Okay, we're nearly there. So we're going to bring back in three of the mats and one of the white mat. So that's going to stay on there. And these two are going to go on here. Get myself a new Tombow. Okay. Oh, I've just noticed something. I haven't coloured those. There we go. Okay, so now it's time to adhere them to our mats. A little bit of wiggle room so they don't get wonky. As I say, I normally craft standing up. That'll do. That will do. So that's that one. So you'll see now where we cut down the middle there. And then this one, we're going to turn around this way. So we're going to make our placement and see where we like it best. Actually, I quite like that. So I'm just going to just mark there and there. And trim that off on our trimmer. And then we'll just glue there. That's it. Then we're going to bring back this strip here. Going to lay it just along there. So all I'm going to do is just a fine line right the way letting the piece you've just stuck be your guide. Then we're going to, don't want too much mess with the glue. Sticky hands now. I'm just going to trim that off there. That's it. So I'm going to bring this one back in. So before we adhere it to there, because that's going to go on Sticky Fits, it's going to lay this one up because we've got the twine round there. And I stamped the love piece, and it's best to get this bit here, peace, joy and love, and I stamped it a couple of times on another piece of card. So I'm just going to bring in my Stamparatus for that bit. So I've already got it on there. Let's move these out of the way before we get in a mess. Okay, so I'm just going to bring back one of those pieces that we had before. This one here is, I'd say, probably too short. Oh, it's not, it's perfect, perfect fit. Okay. So I've already made sure where it is, and I've marked where I need to put my card. So I can't go there. I'm just going to go down here a little bit there. Pop my magnet on there. Kind of ink up the sentiment. Perfect. And then I'm going to move it along. So still keeping on this line here. I'm going to want it to be roughly there. Oh, I've made a mark. Oh well, let's see how it goes. We can always stamp again on the other side. No, I don't like that. I don't know how that got on there. So let's turn it over. We can use these to cut out for one of the cards. We can always rectify our mistakes. Never get stressed. Never get stressed. It's just paper and ink. I'm going to move it along. So I'm going to use that as my guide to where I want these to be. I'm not fussed that it goes off the page. Just going to go over that again because that's not. That's it. That will do. So I did stamp out a couple before I started the video, but we will use these. So now just want to trim a little bit off. Let's see if we can bring in the little debris. Don't want too much off. Half and half. Yeah, that too. Just lining it up just to make sure that I'm straight. That's it. Again, lining it up. And that one will go on there. Okay. We're going to bring in some twine. I'm going to wrap it round twice. I like to keep the twine on the reel while I'm doing this, because then I'll always have enough if I want to do my bow. Sometimes if you just cut it off, you might cut off just a tad too much, and then you're left with hardly any bow, and then you end up cutting another one. So it's a little bit fiddly keeping it on there at first, but you get used to it. Okay, so now we do that. Just tease your bow a bit until you're happy with how it is. Yeah, that will do. Trim that. I do like long tails. So now this is going to go onto our card, but we're going to put in dimensionals on the back of this one, because this might bulk when you put it down. And then I just want a couple. That's it. Picky little things. Okay, so just want to be careful with our placement, because there isn't a lot of play with the dimensionals, and we've only got a small border round. So that's ready now to go onto our card blank, which I've cut an A4 size lengthways at 10.5 and then I've scored at 14.8. This can now be glued down flat. And then once we've done that, we're just going to put it to one side because we can put our sequins and our rhinestones on all at the same time. Okay, so put that to one side. We're now going to place another card blank. This one's going to be glued down flat. It's so pretty. I'm so taken with this technique. I really, really am. I did an all-day online class and we did this technique using the gorgeous posies. So that's full of flowers, that one, and it was absolutely beautiful. And we used crushed curry, grey granite and mango melody as the colourways. Stunning, absolutely stunning. So that's that. Okay. So we're just going to trim that there, and then we're just going to slant that one. And this is going to go on again with dimensionals. I should have brought a drink with me, my throat's going dry. Just going to go down here. Don't want to go up there. I don't want to hide it off the bird. Just going to place it there. That will do. So that's another one done. And then this one, we're just going to fussy cut round. It looks quite pretty like that, I think. So now you've seen how simple this technique is and how many you can make all in one go. I hope you give it a try. It will sure help you with your Christmas list. The ones we did in our class was birthday ones, birthday and thank yous. I'll use my pokey tool. Birthdays and thank yous, so it's not just for, you know, it's not just a technique for Christmas. Ooh. I'm not sure where my tweezers have gone. I normally like doing this with my tweezers. So this is just going to go, just sit above here. But it's also going to go like this one off the edge there a little bit. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to bring in our cards and our sequins, and we're going to do it all together. So we want 3 on each. pretty, pretty. Just bend it. And they'll come off a little bit. They'll come off easier. You can get right underneath it because they're self-adhesive. Let's have one up here. There, and one down here. One there. There. You can see I love these. I need to get another pack. I'll stock up on these ones for sure. Place that there. And then I'm just going to bring in the rhinestones, which are my favourites of all favourites. I'm just going to marry them up where the snowflakes are, just for that added extra bling. We have to have, bling at Christmas time, that's for sure. We're nearly done, absolutely nearly done. I made 3 beautiful cards that we can give out at Christmas. So the finishing touch now is just a little bit of Wink of Stella, just a splash, and I normally get my brush wet and then flick from the lid. You could just about see it. Try not to go too mad with it because you think, well, you can't see nothing, but actually there's lots there. And if you think you might need a little bit more, take it away from where you're working because it can blob out and then it makes not look so nice. Now, I can't remember if I did put some Wink of Stella on the leaves. Yes, I did. Okay, so still, because your brush is wet still, just a little bit. You don't want it, not all the way over, just where you put the darker bits of green, just to make them glisten in the dewy mist. You don't need to redo your brush because it will stay wet for a while. And it will just give it that little bit of glisten. There we go. That's it. 3 cards made with the split technique. Absolutely beautiful. Ooh, move that down there a little bit. There you go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video and I hope you will give the technique a try. And don't forget, this stamp set will be out on the 1st of August in the new mini catalogue. If you're from the UK and you'd like to support me, I would love to have your business. there'll be links come the 1st of August down at the bottom for this stamp set, and there'll be links from today when I upload the video of all the other bits and pieces that I've used. But this one will be, you know, if you pop back, you'll find the link and it will take you directly to my shop for purchase. And that's about it from me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and take care for now. Bye.